Is definitely sleeping an awful lot better. She's staying in her bed pretty much all night.
We can actually sort of talk to each other in bed and hold hands and chat a bit like we used to.
So that's a major step forward.
The two of us in bed together without a little person in the middle.
We feel more positive about the house and about us.
It does suddenly feel like a house that I love and that I want to stay in and that I'm really proud of.
Smell that fresh air. The bay's never looked better.
True love.
I've loved you since the minute I met you.
Secret love.
I'm gonna marry that woman.
Wow, you're my husband. You're meant to be on my side.
And dangerous love.
Is it early?
Are about to change Summer Bay forever. Home and Away, weekdays at 1:15 and 6 on Channel 5.
Sick, injured and orphaned animals get a little helping hand now here on Channel 5 in Wildlife SOS.
One of Britain's busiest wildlife rescue and rehabilitation centres is at Leatherhead in Surrey. Simon Cowell leads the team of volunteers.
At Wildlife Aid, during the course of a year, we see many different types of British wildlife. We receive a lot of patients brought in to us by members of the public, but we are often called out to rescue animals from all sorts of situations in the wild. In this episode, we rescue a gull that is caught in fishing line. We attempt to rescue a goose that has a swollen leg, and we release some foxes back to the wild.
We've been called out to a swan. Apparently it was seen over the weekend having troubles walking and holding one wing slightly to one side. We've had a call this morning say it's on the bank and can't walk at all, so just pop down and have a quick look. If we can catch it, we will.
It's difficult to know what may be the problem with the swan, so Malcolm needs to catch it first. He uses a swan hook for this difficult task. But he's going to have no success while the bird stays so far away from the bank, so Malcolm goes back for the boat. At the centre, Christine has come to check on the baby barn owl that was brought to us in the last episode.
Not going to be easy to weigh, are you? Just a minute. Let's have a bit of calming down, shall we? It ain't going to be easy, is it? That's it. You sitting there upside down. Oh, 428. Wonderful. You're very beautiful, though. Nice and clean. Very fluffy. There you go. Sit in your corner again. This is clean corner now. He's looking very good. He's getting all his lovely colours. When I came in to see him, I was quite surprised how far advanced he is. He's got his proper little ring of feathers around his face. Because he was in the corner all sort of puffed out. Big white ball of fluffy feathers. Looking very fine. Right, 428, I must remember that.
He will stay with us until he is fully grown, when he will be able to fend for himself and can be released back to the wild. Meanwhile, we've returned with a boat to try to catch the swan Malcolm couldn't reach earlier. The swan obviously can't move on land easily, as it would have scampered away from me by now if it could.
Oh, fella. How you doing, fella? Hey?
I think I'm soaked.
Oh, he's ever so hot.
Is he?
Christ. Steve, you feel that? It's beak, how hot it is.
The real reason for this hot beak is soon apparent.
Ooh, yeah.
Nasty.
Nasty. Yeah. It's like a pouch you could get your fingers in.
Oh, fella.
Let's go on stitching up.
Oh, fella. Back to the centre of you. Have to leave your penny here for a couple of days.
We're in Stoney at the moment. We've got a gentleman who's found a fox in his garden. So we're now going to go and assess the situation, see where it is and see if we can actually catch it.
No, I don't think it's got enough energy to, quite honestly. I think it's in a pretty bad way. But
I was going to say, if you could go up that side,
yeah,
sir,
yeah,
appreciate that.
Sure.
Looks like quite an old fox. He's very quite thickly in here. I think what we're going to have to do, love, is bring him straight out here. It's going to be pretty unceremonious.
I have to get the garden in again.
Poor thing. Right, put him down. He's been hit by a car, by the look of it on the bottom, and also very, very bad mange. Right, in you go.
John will take the fox back to the centre for a full examination. Meanwhile, Malcolm arrives with the swan we rescued earlier. Christine is there to examine it.
First, nothing seemed wrong at all. Feel the heat coming off the beak. His legs
Oh
are the same.
my God!
He's got a gaping wound right underneath
Pink,
on his
hasn't he?
stomach.
Oh, has he?
That's a big boy.
Oh dear.
I don't know if it's actually an injury or just a tear.
He's flown straight into something. Something's gone in because it's all pushed in. All the feathers are in here.
Oh, right.
Don't smell too good. But we'll have to knock him out. I mean, look at all these feathers. He's hit something, hasn't he? And it's cut him. Look, see that there?
Right,
Make sure there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
Clean it and stitch it tomorrow if he's not in shock too much. Just give him time. I don't like the way his neck's so down. Poor chap, we need you better to go back to your missus.
Where did he come from?
The reservoir next to the fire station. Fetch him.
Fetch him.
Oh, poor fella.
Because the swan is suffering from shock, he's very stressed out, breathing very heavily. We put him in a shed at the top of the garden. He's going to stay there overnight. It's nice and dark, it's warm, he's got plenty of water. We've given him antibiotic cover and dexedressin for shock. We'll leave him till tomorrow and reassess his wounds and sort him out tomorrow.
John has returned to the centre with the fox he rescued earlier. Christine is on hand to examine it.
Mangy fox. Has he's got power in its back and legs and such like. He's just very emaciated, very, very weak.
Poor old chap, what a stain.
Right, there's the nose. Right, there you go.
Can you, Corinne, could you scrap him without getting bitten so I can actually get it? That's it. You got him? Yeah.
He's got a pussy wound on his back legs, per usual.
Here's a bow. Oh, lots of fleas on the bow.
The fox is in a very poor way. He has a badly injured leg and is very emaciated. He's also suffering from mange. As well as badly affecting the skin, mange can make an animal become very disorientated, and so this poor fox may have been hit by a car after staggering inadvertently into the road. The best thing for this fox now is to give it peace and quiet in one of our enclosures. But things do not look good for this poor animal. One of the most common reasons we get called out to rescue water birds is when they have become caught in fishing line.
That's handy, isn't it? Big sign, no fishing. It's going to be a boat, 'cause my net won't reach out that far. Right, let's get boat.
Today, Malcolm and Louise have been called out to rescue a black-headed gull that has become another victim.
Put some leggings on and we'll go out and try and get it. You hear that wheel look at that?
Yeah, I heard that. I was thinking that includes me.
You need to come this end really if you can once you get in. 300 already.
Boat rescues are often very tricky, as water birds have no respect for the inadequacies of man trying to manoeuvre in such an awkward and unstable craft. However, Malcolm is a past master at such delicate operations and manages to get the boat into a position where Louise can easily catch the gull.
It's wrapped right round his body as well. It was tied to the tree, which is why he couldn't get away.
In all such rescues, the first task is to try to release the bird from the damaging fishing line. This is sometimes very difficult, as the line often pulls tightly around the bird as it tries to escape. The line can also easily cut into the bird's flesh, and even though Malcolm and Louise manage to remove all of it, they decide to take the gull back to the centre for a check-up.
It's pretty lucky, really, aren't you? Just got wrapped round his leg and right round his body and his wings, everything.
So he's been there quite a few hours now.
I think he's got a bit of blood under there.
Slightly,
It's
yeah.
only just a bit of a graze, or maybe a couple of feathers were pulled out.
The
I think
chance to
he's a
dry
bit
out?
waterlogged.
Yeah.
I think it'll be better for him to dry out first. So he might not be able to fly very well like this.
Malcolm and Louise return to the centre with the gull.
Yes, surprise, surprise.
And was it caught up in fishing line?
It wasn't going anywhere whatsoever.
It's round his leg, round his body, round his wing, and attached to the tree.
He was pretty waterlogged.
Isn't it?
Look at that, he's cleaned himself up well already.
Oh yeah.
It was just
He's
all matted with
fine,
that.
but he was just a bit soggy. He'd been in there for several hours, so this man said.
Oh, nice and big.
And his beak
Okay.
works.
Yes. Just a minute, sweetheart. No, just a minute. Thank you. And it was round his...
Round both wings, round his body and round his legs.
There was a tiny bit of blood under there, but...
Nothing serious, I don't think.
See the
You
feather
poor
coming out,
old
so-
thing.
There's another gull already at the centre, and Christine decides to put them together.
I'm in with this little chap here.
Right.
He's not eating all that well. It might help him to eat, actually.
Bit different to this one.
Yes, he is, isn't he? This one looks absolutely spanking, doesn't it? Considering he's... So where are you, sweetheart?
Point your fingers.
Shall we weigh you and see what you weigh, hey? If we possibly can. What good? 332 grams. Aren't you a good boy? Yeah.
The first gull's condition is still giving concern.
He could have botulism, which they pick up from, I think, from being on rubbish tips and picking up bad food and that. And that so it just needs flushing out of his system. But he could have flown into something, because the way he's got his tail up in the air is very much the same as other birds that come in, have flown into something and they've hurt their spine and their tail sticks up like that. It's very, very difficult to tell. We'll see what happens. Time will tell.
Let Tony Robinson whisk you away on a whistle-stop world tour.
Come on.
By train. From iconic landmarks to parts of the planet unknown.
This is unlike anything I've ever done before.
Around the World by Train with Tony Robinson starts next Monday at 9 on Channel 5.
Malcolm has been called out to rescue a badger. This lady first saw it 2 days ago. And although it's still alive, it hasn't moved in all that time.
There's wire, you see barbed wire.
There's barbed wire on the other side, yeah.
Which isn't very good.
Interesting situation. Tilt the cage upwards.
It's back to the centre now for a thorough examination.
Set it off.
All or sow, haven't you found out, Malcolm?
Strong cage, no, I can't always big, isn't it, Shane?
To find out how big our newly arrived patients are, we always weigh them, to give ourselves an indication of their general state of health.
Go to...
Sit you off.
Right, we're
You got it?
off.
Yep.
12 and a half, less 3.
9 and a
9.5, so medium size badger. What do eyes look like? They look. You looking, darling? Lights out. To see if he may have any damage to the head, I look at the movement of his eyes, but nothing is obviously wrong.
Should be more live than what she is, really.
They're often very quiet in their cage, aren't they? It's not until you get damn grass around them that they do go.
I mean, I shouldn't have
absolutely
walk up to her in the
cracker.
first place and
No, I
grasp
suppose
her arm.
not.
And if we put her in a small flight, and she sort of runs from one side to the other and goes in and tries to burrow away, and let her go. I mean, that would make me tempted to let her go, but the fact that she's been lying down still for 48 hours, she hasn't moved for 48 hours.
In the same spot, yeah. Exactly the same spot.
We've had quite a long consultation with the vet. We're obviously very worried about the badger because badgers don't lie in dishes for 48 hours without a reason. The best course of action of this badger now is to leave it warm and quiet for 24 hours so it's got the opportunity to counter any shock that it's got, to overcome any exposure that it's got, and we can see whether it's better tomorrow morning. And I think, you know, we may be lucky in the fact that it actually gets better by itself, so we'll just have to see for the time being. We've been called to rescue a goose that has a badly swollen foot. Hello, Mum. Hello, Mum. Unfortunately, we're going to have to separate the injured bird from its family while we see what's wrong with it. That is, if we can catch it in the first place. Everyone has their off days, and this is one of mine. I really should have caught that goose, and it probably isn't going to give us another chance. Wait for it to come off.
We should come back up with Mother in a minute. Unless he's going to take him back into the water, he could be taken back. Try and stop me going back in.
But we're in luck. The injured bird is keen to rejoin its family, and so it's come back on land.
What a bodge up, Malky. We're getting old, boy.
We'll punch her in there just see if there is. I don't think there's pus in there, but that foot is so swollen. We're just going to burst that, see if there is pus in there. I don't think there is. I think it's just serum.
Yeah.
I think what we might have to do is give her a huge, great shot of antibiotic.
Yeah. Well, I'm here
you
all
keep an
weekend
eye on her,
anyway,
and then we'll come back in 3 or 4 days and give her another shot of antibiotic as well.
Yeah.
The swelling has been caused by the leg being caught in fishing line, although the line is no longer there.
Go, Malky.
Okay.
Quick injection and go back to babs.
As the rest of the family waits patiently, Malcolm and I prepare to do an on-the-spot examination. I need to puncture the swelling to determine if there is any pus in the wound. Fortunately, it does not seem too bad.
Well, we just put on some antibiotic spray topically and then some water repellent, so I hope it'll seal the wounds on the leg a bit. And now we just give her a shot of antibiotic, and it's a matter of keeping a very close monitoring on her for a few days after that. Birds, their metabolism's so quick, they sort of use antibiotics at twice the rate of mammals. Right.
Very good.
Uncle Malky, put you back on the water now.
The chap actually manages the lakes here. He's going to keep an eye on her for the next 2 or 3 days, which is as long as the antibiotics last, for 72 hours. We may need to have to come back and give her another shot. Hopefully the one will be enough. There's no infection actually in the foot. It's just swollen where it's been restricted with a line around it. We're back together with the youngsters now. Happy families again. Lovely.
Malcolm has come to take a pair of ducks for release, one of which Christine has been treating for a dislocated wing.
Joyce said that it is dislocated, and she tried on Thursday, put him under anaesthetic. Can't shift it, It's so covered in scar tissue.
Oh, right.
You really can't pull
Right,
it
like
out.
that.
I mean, I thought I just wasn't doing it properly, but she said you can't. And you just have to live with it. But I mean, he managed, didn't he? I mean,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
pretty swift when he
He
tried
took
to
some
catch
catching,
him.
the little monkey, yeah.
I was going to say, do you want
Just
to go
like
for
that.
one and I go for the other?
One of these birds is the one Malcolm rescued in the last episode from a beautiful private lake nearby. And it's onto that same lake that Malcolm will be releasing the pair of birds today.
What do you reckon, Ellen? You gonna bottle off? Hey. The duck we just released, although it looked a bit awkward with his wing, the wing is not actually broken. It was desiccated, but unfortunately it's been left too long. The muscles have tightened up too much to actually put the wing back in. Being back here is ideal. Nice private grounds. It's got a lovely island to go on, it'll be safe. The best place for him. You can't actually go back into the wild as such. But he's looked after, he's fed here as well. So he has a good life.
Today, we're going to release some foxes back to the wild. One of them is George, the fox that had a bad injury to its eye, who is now fully recovered. Steve, one of our helpers, is coordinating the release.
Here we go.
Foxes are returned to the wild using a technique called a soft release. This means they are put in a pen which is situated in a suitable area. We provide the animals with food, in this case tins of cat food.
I might have to let that one out first somehow. Doesn't seem terribly happy in there. Getting very excited, I think. Right, here we are, folks. Ever so nice here, really. There you go, one. Oh, there's still both of them in here. Oh, there's one. There's the other. No. I haven't finished reading that yet. Come on. Thank you. Well done, that girl. Well, we've released the foxes now into the pen. This is a soft release pen. Foxes are kept in here for a week to 10 days. They're fed. They've got somewhere to sleep. Basically, to keep an eye on them and feed them while they're getting used to their surroundings, getting new sights, new smells, because it's well away from the area where they were kept before. Eventually they're released, the doors are left open, they're still fed for a week or so as they can come back. At least they know they've got some shelter without having to look for it. Hopefully then they'll go on their own way and sadly won't see them again. So, but they seem to have taken well to it.
Try to understand, though you may be lost. I'll find a way to set you free. It's not the way that it should be. I know you're scared, I know you're hurting. Maybe soon you'll fly away and touch the sky. You can put your trust in me. I need to see you running free. In the stillness of the night, there are people who care. Don't be afraid, put your life in my hands. Put your life in my hands. And I'll take it away, all this pain that you're feeling. And then I'll set you free. I'll set you free. Set you free. Put your life in my hands. Set
Join in the fun.
It's called entertainment for a reason.
Join in the debate.
I smashed my kids' iPads.
God! Oh, sorry.
Your age group should not be voting.
And kickstart your day with me, Jeremy Vine, from 9:15 weekdays on Channel 5.
Good morning, milkshakers. Are you all right? Yeah! Well, we want you to be more than all right. So today we're going to bring you brand new Shimmer and Shine, brand new Thomas, and even brand new Flugels. But now Peppa's going to do a wee bit of gardening.
What did the traffic light say to the car?
Stop.
No, it said, don't look, I'm changing! Milkshake, sponsored by very.co.uk.
I'm Peppa Pig. This is my little brother George. This is Mummy Pig. And this is Daddy Pig. Peppa Pig. Gardening.
Peppa and George are playing at Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig's house.
Grandpa, catch!
Ho, ho, ho. Catch! What's this?
Dinosaur.
A dinosaur? Ho, 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 ho.
Grandpa, what are you doing?
I'm planting these seeds.
Seeds? What do seeds do?
Seeds grow into plants. I just make a little hole and put the seed in. Then I cover it with earth and water it. Everything in my garden grows from tiny seeds like these.
Even the big apple tree?
Oh, yes. This tiny seed will grow into a little apple tree, like this.
Ooh!
And that little apple tree will grow into a big apple tree, like this. Ouch! And inside this apple are more seeds.
To make more apple trees.
Exactly.
Grandpa! I want to plant a seed.
Would you like to plant a strawberry seed?
Yes, please.
This seed will grow into a lovely strawberry plant. First, make a little hole.
Then I put the seed in and cover it with earth.
Shall I water it for you?
No. I want to water it.
Good. Now we wait for it to grow.
Peppa and George are waiting for the seed to grow.
It's not doing anything.
You'll have to be patient, Peppa. It will take a long time to grow.
Peppa, George, it's time to go home.
But we're waiting for my strawberry plant to grow. I wanted strawberries for tea.
Don't worry, Peppa. Next time you come, the seed will have grown into a plant.
I will have strawberries.
Yes.
Come on, Peppa.
Bye-bye, Grandpa. Bye-bye, strawberry.
Grandpa Pig looks after Peppa's strawberry plant. After many days, Grandpa Pig finds a tiny plant growing. Day by day, the plant grows bigger and bigger. Then one day, Grandpa Pig finds something very special.
Strawberries.
Grandpa, we're back.
Peppa and George have come to play again.
Grandpa, did my plant grow?
Yes. Look.
Ooh. Strawberries. Grandpa. Grandpa, can we plant something else?
Yes. Now it's George.